Dramatization.
After a car wreck, you may have to fight with a highly trained insurance company rep who...
Hi, my name is Dennis Berlin. I'm not a lawyer, but my daddy is.
Yeah, if you've been hurt in a car accident, call my daddy.
No need to scream and yell like a little kid.
Yeah, no,
my daddy will fight for your rights.
Yeah, fight for your rights.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call my daddy, returning Dennis Berlin.
Hello, I'm attorney Dennis Berlin. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call me at 713-229-0770.
Call my daddy.
Mama, that show coming on, you like?
I don't like that bullshit.
He already started.
I don't know why the hell you telling me.
Dennis Berlin. That show, mama, you know what I'm talking about.
Fuck him.
Mama, that go, that man, he just talk a lot of shit. He be up late at night, tuning into all his hits. See my grandmama hate him, and my mama and my TD getting mad, posting comments like we watching real TV. Mama, that go, that man, yelling, fuck that nigga, what? He successful attorney on the two be turning up. We be turning up, we turning up, yeah. We be turning up, yeah, turning up. It's that real spit, like some barbershop talk, except it's real black men that be walking the fucking walk. Intelligent, well versed, and sometimes we might curse, well we cuss a lot, just like these lovely ladies fuss a lot. Switch it up, tell these pussy niggas gotta pick it up. Move along, me and you ain't brothers, not the womb I'm on. Cross-examination on a nigga in the chat room. All the trolls with the disrespect, we in the back room. Huffing and you sucking up the air like a vacuum. Daddy disappeared, told you baby I'll be back soon. I just represent us cause the system can't afford it. I'm your homie, I'm your brother, sometimes a court appointed. Anointed, know you hate it, but I give you fair chosen. Just like Jesus in the house of God, kicking chairs over. Suit and tie soldier, give the cold shoulder. The hate and you talking, not a fucking stain on me. Watch your dame homie, I got that change on me. Black rich, I don't give a shit, bet your dame want me. Mama, that go, that man, he just talk a lot of shit. He be up late at night, tuning into all his hits. See my grandmama hate him.
That's my motherfucking business. You ain't got a goddamn thing to do with it.
And my mama and my TD getting mad, posting comments like we watching real TV. Mama, that go, that man, he talk a lot of shit. He be up late at night, tuning into all his hits. See my grandmama hate him, and my mama and my TD getting mad, posting comments like we watching real TV. Mama, that go, that man. Mama, that go, that man. Mama, that go, that man. Yeah. Mama, that go, that man.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the broadcast, man. This is Dennis Sperling. Always a pleasure to be here. Big shout out to my man, Big Bass Life, man, for that fire intro, man. What's up, y'all, man? Make sure y'all hit the number 1 button so I can know you can hear me clearly. I am going to probably have a lot more fun tonight on this broadcast because we're going to talk about dating. Okay, now, for you guys who've been with me for a while, you know I don't talk about dating. It's just not, it's just not something I do. I'm not here to give you dating advice because you like what you like, and I want you to have what you like. Some dudes like big girls. Some dudes like skinny girls. Some dudes like women who are physically fit. and look like they run track. Some dudes like girls with big wide booties. You know, them big that yow that with the cup on the but with the meat at the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Looking like some folded tortillas or something, man. But you know, and so I don't really give guys advice on their own personal preference, man. You like what you like. I'm here for you, man. I'm just trying to help you fellas be the best men you can be. And that's pretty much where I'm at. You understand? But as of late, my goodness, it's gotten so bad out there in the field that Uncle D might have to, put my player boots back on so I can educate you young brothers. I'm pulling my player boots off the wall and, educating you fellas, man. Not just the young fellas, but the older fellas on how it's done. I've never had a problem dating. I've never had a problem with women other than this child support and this motherfucking baby mama issues. But other than that, I've never had a problem getting women and keeping them interested and so on and so forth. Because for the most part, when I go out on a date, I date myself. Let me explain that. What I mean is I will want to go out on a date and I'll just pick a woman that can come with me and have company. Like, come on, baby, what you doing? I already know where I want to go. I know what I'm gonna eat. And if she wants to go and hang out with me where I want to hang out, usually it's some nice places. I like the steakhouses back when my blood pressure wasn't as high as it is and such. I'd go and just bring the woman along with me and just have a good time. And that's just kind of like my thing. So it really was never about the woman. It was about me enjoying myself. And for the most part, that was it. So it was always a good time, never any pressure. I oftentimes would spend the time to kind of get to know women before we even went on a date. Sometimes it'd be me and 2 or 3 other women or just a group of people. So, it wasn't that interpersonal. And if they like me, they like me. If they didn't. But, as a young man, and this is after I got older and more mature, I get it. I get the awkwardness, but the truth is you shouldn't really be trying to go on dates as a youngster, man. You should just be doing other stuff, man. If you in your 20s, man, you a young man up and coming, man, don't worry about these broads, man. That's not something that you should be focused on. But yeah, as I got older, I just stopped giving a crap. And I just kind of did what I did. You know what I mean? And they came along, they enjoyed themselves fine. If not, oh well. On to the next one. But it's so bad out here in the field right now, man. I've seen some things, and you guys have seen this one, right? So we're gonna call this Cheesecake Bay. We've heard of Cheesecake Bay. And I'm gonna just let this one run, man, and I'm gonna give my little play-by-play on it. You guys, man, make sure that make sure that you can hear me, make sure it's all in. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up, but this is the lady that we just gonna call her Cheesecake Bay, and I'm gonna let the video run. So the setting is this: you got an African American woman who is on a date with what appears to be an Indian fella or a man of Hispanic descent, and you can see it. You can see it for yourself. Let's listen.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Somebody type Cheesecake Bay in the chat room.
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
I mean, so my man, you recording this man on live, boo? Like you recording this man on live, and you are, you sitting in the seat, you got your I'm about to go to Jamaica braids in your hair. You see what I'm saying? You built like you eat at all the chain restaurants. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with it. And you got the nerve to tell this man you're not about to get out the car because the Cheesecake Factory is too good for you. Somebody here, y'all, let's keep listening.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come
Who takes somebody to Cheesecake Factory? Cheesecake Factory is nice. You know, I mean, it's a nice restaurant. This man is offered to take you, pick you up. He drove you over there. And look at this fake smile right here, man. This is just crass and rude. Let's keep it listening.
on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Get back in the car. Where your edges at? That's what you need to get back. Let's keep listening.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all
Now, I like the way my man got back in the car and he got assertive with this woman because he's probably already made up in his mind. I'm done with this broad. And look at her. Look at the posing. See, here's the problem, lady. We got a swirler. Somebody type swirler. Somebody type that Vester in the chat room. Here we are. You trying to cheat this cat like you would cheat the typical black man, and they just not going for it. You see what I'm saying? It's not happening. That is not something that other cultures of men deal with. Let's keep listening.
out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, I mean, when you take out a beautiful woman.
All right. When you take out a beautiful woman, now I'm sure somebody is beautiful to everyone, but this woman looks like she's in her late 30s, early, maybe 40s. She's not young at all. She's clearly overweight by anybody's international standards. And you got the nerve, to put this man on blast. Who you putting him on blast? Y'all probably don't even have the same circles of friends. Let's keep listening.
And you're courting her.
Courting. This ain't 1850, boo. He's not courting you. You're out on a date with this man.
Because I get courted.
You obviously don't get courted because if you was getting courted, you'd be married by now. Dudes is smashing and dashing. Somebody type smash and dash in the chat.
So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover
take her home and put her back where she belongs. That's what you need to do.
her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah. And
You're supposed to cherish her, protect her, treat her well. Why? Okay, I can get the protection to a certain degree. I don't know about the cherishing of you. He don't know you. Why does he have to do all that for you? What are you doing for him? Are you cherishing him? Who died and made you Queen Mary, Mother Mary? That's what I want to know.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for.
Now, I like the way he flipped that. He about to put here's my expectations for you. You see what I'm saying? He went on here. Clearly, this young man comes from a culture where men speak up for themselves, and I salute him on that. All right, let's keep listening. She ain't a girl, bro. That's a grown-ass, middle-aged woman. But let's keep going.
I expect her to be respectful, too. I expect her to be cooperative.
Uh-oh, cooperative. Hello. Let's keep listening.
And at least,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, even
You're not getting out the car. That's not cooperative, baby.
when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that. Or
All right, so let me explain that. Big shout out to my man Jamal Smith. He said, I'll spoil myself with fine dining before I take these dollar menu 304s anyway. Spend my money on me first. Amen to that, sir. Here's the thing. The man is, all he's saying is a classy woman simply puts her hand inside this man's arm and it's not a sign of affection and love. It's just a sign of affect that she's with me. Hoes walk up the street, swinging their arms along as the man swings his arm. A real woman knows that a man is supposed to put you underneath his wing and walk you across the street, walk you down the sidewalk. It sends a message. She talking about he needs to treat her with all this, cherish her, and she's not even allowing it to happen. That lets me know, like most of these women, they don't know a good man when they see one. They don't know a respectful man when they see one because they've never seen it up close and personal. And this is what she's getting, and she can't even deal with it. It's very common in Latin culture. If you walking with a Latino woman and you down in their country, whether it's DR, Colombia, she's going to be walking with you in her arm because that's the respectful thing to do. It's just what they do in their customs. And that's how women who are raised with some dignity and class and femininity know how to act. Let's keep listening.
Woman hand or anything like that?
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Too early for that because she don't know that. This woman it's no home training, no class. That's what I'm saying. No femininity at all. Just masculine and demanding.
Respect that. I can respect that. Okay. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too.
Okay.
We're not,
Again,
I don't know there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I didn't invite you in. I didn't know you, but you willing to hop in his car with him and you don't know him. If you didn't know him like that, why don't you just take an Uber up there or drive your own car? You should have spent time getting to know this man and he get time to get to know you, but whatever. I mean, that's another point.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
Listen to this. I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman. Show up. That's all I'm supposed to do. Just show up with my hoop earrings and my roach leg, eagle wing eyebrows on, and that's you supposed to take me to a 5-star restaurant, spend $600-700 on me and my middle-aged self. That's what you think? This is modern women? Keep listening.
But
I got myself all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
So what's wrong with
Right?
it?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
Yeah.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
Listen to her call him. And my man said no. So he's gonna go. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because we got other footage to look at. Basically, he breaks it down to her. We would have gone there, but you made me sit in the parking lot for an hour. I showed up at 4:00. You weren't ready. I had to sit in the parking lot for an hour. Our reservations were set for the time we left. In other words, he had reservations for 5. We could have got to know each other. You see what I'm saying? So now check this out.
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
will die. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's embarrassing for you to go to the Cheesecake Factory. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's embarrassing. Who are you? Who are you that it's embarrassing to go to the Cheesecake Factory? That's a perfectly acceptable place for a first date. Who do you think you are? Look at my man.
Certain expectations.
No.
Expectations. Somebody type expectations in the chat room. Somebody type expectations in the chat room because that's important.
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there.
Hello.
And maybe we're not right for each other.
Nope.
So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off.
Take you to the house.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night?
We're gonna take you home, boo.
I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
The compromise when you take you to the Cheesecake Factory, boo.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He was at the parking space.
If I don't feel respected,
I mean,
if I don't feel respected, because respect is more important to men than love. Respect is the currency of manhood. Shout out to this young couple.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You really mean
He is very serious.
yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
You didn't want it.
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that.
So now she's starting to, oh, damn, I'm about to go home. I'm about to go back and be lonely at the house with them cold covers. You see what I'm saying? And now she realized he wasn't willing to play the game with her. Shout out to this young fella. This is a win for this guy.
That I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise.
It ain't no
sure
compromise.
You want to go home?
Right.
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them. And you've broken every one.
Broken every one. Integrity. See, this man is standing on his integrity. Now, he would have been wrong if he left her in the parking lot. She like a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, and that's her all dolled up. You understand me? You see, hell, her first date shouldn't have been the Cheesecake Factory. It should have been a walk in the park, maybe a brisk job. You understand me? Because she damn sure need one. All that extra meat hanging out that sundress. The man opened the door like a gentleman, and he still didn't get any respect. This woman delusion is such a powerful drug that this modern American woman thinks the Cheesecake Factory is a cheap dinner. You see? And it's perfectly acceptable that she doesn't like the Cheesecake Factory. Okay? But it's not okay that she was rude and mean and belittling and desperate to this sounding to this man. You see? He's not a black man. And and he was kind to take her anywhere. But her toxicity, it just made everything get weird. You understand what I'm saying? And I appreciate the fact that overall this young man remained polite, and but she showed no manners. So he ended up taking her home.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off.
Dropping you off.
All right, whatever. Well,
whatever.
I mean, I guess I understand.
You need to understand. Now she up there looking silly.
I understand where you're coming from.
Of course you do. You can't help but understand. So, that's the first thing. That's the first one, man. I know this one has been circulating around, and I wanted to hit that. Now, here's another one, man. Y'all hit the number 1 button because we gonna chop it up, man. But check this one out. Here's another one. Okay.
I've been going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not.
Now this young lady is complaining. Listen to what she complained about, man.
I'm satisfied. This what the fuck I got to choose. When you take me on a date, you open up my fucking door.
You open up my effing door. First of all, I mean, come on now. Open up my effing door. Let's keep just. I ain't gonna even come.
You pull out the chart if it's.
You pull out the chur. Somebody spelled chur in the chat room. Somebody spelled dough and chur in the chat room. Where is she from? Whose accent is this? Somebody put dough and chur in the chat room. Okay? Dough and chur. Somebody type dough and chur in the chat room. That's what we need you to do.
It's a chur, and you cut my fucking steak if it's a steak. I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got.
You cut my steak. She wants you to cut her steak. Are you 3 years old? Have your grown-up teeth not grown in yet, ma'am? What's going on?
Fucking home training hoe.
Home training hoe. Home training? You a grown-up. Why would you want somebody digging all in your food anyway? Are you a baby? Can you not cut your own food? You see? I don't even understand how this is even.
Take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it.
You take a female on a date and she order a steak, you cut it. That could be a rap song. This is what y'all dealing with, man.
The fuck they pre-cut.
The fuck. This is the example of femininity that you young men are dealing with. Somebody type passport, bro.
Cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be the gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this.
Gentleman. You don't sound like a lady. Why would he be a gentleman to you and you're not a lady? You need to pull out your own chur. Okay? That's what, and cut your own steak. And open your own door because you sound like a man with your loud, raspy voice.
Ass, do the work. Do the work. We going on multiple dates. You want some ass from me? We going on
You want some ass from me? We going on multiple dates. This is what we doing, fellas. Woo!
multiple dates. We putting in effort, bitch.
We putting in effort. We putting in.
What we gotta do to get some ass.
We do what we got to do to get some ass. With no class. Yeah. Anyway, so, you know, we just going to call this cut my steak lady. Okay. And, you know, fellas, this is your problem. Because you deal with women like this. You need to leave women like this alone. Stop giving your attention to women like to females like this. Just stop it. There's nothing feminine about her. You see what I'm saying? But of course, you got to love her through her pain, right? Isn't that what Dr. Umar is going to tell you? Love her through her pain, black man. I mean, but if you listen to her, the way she talking, she sound like a dude off the homie off the block dressed in drag. You understand? She literally looked like you dating a motherfucking a dude with makeup on. Her mouth is horrible. I mean, these women are getting ridiculous. I'm not upset with brothers dating women from other races. Here's another one.
You want to date, and then when it's time to pay, nigga want to pull out a fucking credit card like he a broke ass nigga. What?
You stupid. It took me a minute to figure out what she was saying, man. She doesn't want anybody paying with a credit card.
Don't take me on no date if you don't got your own cash, if you don't got your own debit card.
What if I don't want to bring cash? Thank you very much. Right, this from the most educated women.
Don't take me on no fucking date. That ain't taking me on no date.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Pulling out your fucking credit card. You taking me on a date with the fucking government because you paying the damn government back for taking me on a damn date.
Look, if I got to spend time with the hood rat like this, I at least better get some credit card points for my card. You gonna get the credit card because I'm gonna whip that United card out so I can get these credit miles.
Bro, I'm out, man. Y'all niggas tripping.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
So that mean you ain't never take me on a date, so that mean you owe me another fucking date, nigga.
I mean, fellas, you know, what she just said was one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in her ramblings, okay, or these incoherent responses that she gave to whatever date she was on, did she come close to anything that I would consider a rational thought. Everyone, right, is dumber for having to see that video that went viral a couple of months ago. You see? Everyone. She gets no points. And I just pray that God have mercy on her soul. Now here's another one. This is this is one I found interesting. Check this out.
Your interview. What are you talking about? I don't want you to be.
Listen to what she's saying. She's saying
a serious note. Your first date with someone is your interview. What are you talking about? I don't want you to be shy and no, that's your interview. If that first date goes well, then yeah, maybe we can have a second date. But that first impression is so major. If I don't enjoy myself or you're like stand
now that goes both ways.
Office with me, now I kind of like feel like you're not interested. And I don't care if you actually are.
Maybe you just not trying to be all forward. Maybe some men don't want to be running up on you, crowd you. They want to get to know you. They may not want to be around you like that. So they taking their time. And you basically saying this man needs to be, out, with the outburst and being for that's maybe you need to sit back and understand where this dude is coming from or the man is coming from. But let's keep listening.
But it's the way you made me feel. So like, no. Don't be acting scary. I need to experience the type of person you are to see if I'm interested in that. So
Acting scared. I mean, the only thing he'd be scared of is that cocked eye that you got up there. But anyway,
don't hold back. We can be on a date today and you never hear from me again tomorrow.
so
Like,
you
it's
ghosting
very
people.
important.
Very important.
On a serious note.
All right, so here's my thing, man. When you listen to her, she says she got to enjoy it. All right? Like men are supposed to be entertainers. You understand what I mean? You out here firing people. Baby, you refired. You see what I'm saying? These women, these models, they want you to entertain them like you a monkey in a zoo or something like that. Sitting over there with that goddamn chest tattoo. And why would anybody take advice from an overweight broad whose eyelashes look like roach legs? Really? Take them ugly ass eagle wings off your eyelids first before you start telling people what they should be doing. You're not that special either. And you can tell from the way she's talking, you know, she's all about enjoying herself. I guess I can respect that. But if that's the case, she needs to pay for the damn date her damn self. How about that? This is the type of woman you entertaining her while she purchases the highest items on the menu. She probably texting her homegirls on the phone, talking hella shit about you while she on the date. Oh, lame ass. Fellas, get your passports, man. Get your passports. Anyway, let's check this one out. This one I thought was pretty funny too.
Already had me wait an hour and a half. So it's for my kids.
Real kid?
Yeah, you owe me that.
And they with daddy? No, that is.
Oh my God. So that's so go ahead and bring another steak and some potatoes. Okay.
Now, I want you all to understand that this broad right here is on a date with a dude, right? And apparently she had to wait an hour and a half for him. She should have just got up and left if he was that late. If he didn't call and he was that late, she should have just got up and left. But nevertheless, now she's saying that he needs to purchase her son a steak. Now, y'all are saying this is a skit. It very well may be, but this has happened before. Women trying to put pressure on you to do something as if you owe them something. He should have just got up and left. Pay for yours and get up and leave. And as far as the waitress shit, get rid of her ass. Now, here's one that I want y'all to check this out. And I actually agree with the lady on this one all the way up into a certain
Just
point.
left.
You'll
I was just like, I
understand.
gotta walk away. So this guy yesterday I met, 2 days before yesterday I met him, and he texted me. He was like, "Hey, what you doing?
And we're gonna call her Motorcycle Bay.
Do you want to go meet at the place that we met at and have drinks? First round on me, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's do that." So we get to the place, and there's like a mom and pop's catfish place next door. So he's like, "Oh, I'm kind of hungry. I want some food.
Mm-hmm.
What you want?" I said, "Just whatever type of fish you got." So he comes back with one fish chicken fry basket. So we split it. And then the bartender comes out, we order our drinks, and he's like, "Oh, you gonna pay for the drinks?" I was like,
So basically, fellas, and I've listened to this a couple of times, and shout out to my man Russo Guyan, and then also Trey43TX. Thank you so much, fellas, for the cash apps. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's and who else? Somebody contributed. Oh yeah, shout out to my man MC Recovery. Said Cheesecake Factory is above me, and I can afford it in my budget. It is a bomb. PS. As soon as that, I can't hold arm over. Okay, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you, thank you, MC Recovery and Jamal Smith. Let's keep listening.
I was like, "No." I was like, "You said first round was gonna be on you," and he was like, "Oh, I can't stand women. They only want to get free drinks and food for free from men and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, he's not wrong. 33% of women. 33% of women admit to going on dates with men they don't like just because they want to eat.
You literally said in your text message that the first round of drinks is on you. He goes, "Well, I paid for the food over here, and you can at least pay for the drinks." I'm like, "You said you were hungry. You ordered food. You said."
So he tried to change the deal up. Okay, he He offered to pay for the first round. Then when they were on a date, he said, I'm gonna go over here and get some food. He got a basket. He really didn't buy it for her. He shared it with her. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's he kind of changed up on. Let's keep listening.
The first round of drinks is on you. So I don't understand what the problem is right now. And he's like, well, you got money, you could pay for it. I say, I could pay for it, but that was not the deal. You said you were going to pay for the first round.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like going off. He's like, you do it, you pay for the drinks. I'm like, I'm not paying for the drinks. Like, I don't understand what the problem was. Like, write me if I was drunk. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to walk away. I didn't even get to enjoy my drink. I was so mad because it was so good. It was a spicy lavender margarita, and I didn't even get to drink. I took maybe like 3 sips out the drink, and I just walked away and walked to my car. I was like, this man has got me effed all the way up.
And you are.
So she made a couple of videos about this. I guess it went viral, but you know, she talks a little bit more about it. But here's why I disagree with her.
Guys, you just try to be nice too. I'm trying to be nice, but here it goes.
Now she said people wanted to see who the dude was. I thought this was pretty shady. So what I'm not gonna do is put my man out there, because basically he's gonna emerge from this screen right here. That's him right there. You can see his arm a little bit. And I'm not gonna put the brother on blast like that. You understand what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I'm actually on her side on this one. You know, he was full of BS. You dating is not a broke man's game. That's why I told you brothers, look, don't do it until you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, as far as me, I have too much pride as a man to do something like that. If I'm gonna pay for the first round, cool, I'm gonna pay for the first round. You see what I'm saying? He said it. He offered to pay for the first round, and then he turned around and asked if she wanted some food. And you know, that's also implying, in my opinion, that he was gonna take care of that. I don't see much wrong with what she was saying on this one. He communicated his intentions the wrong way at best. And she doesn't seem to be wrong on this one, unless she's leaving out something that we don't know about. And if it went down the way she described it, she's right. And don't offer to pay and then complain, you know, about paying. That's real low class, because he ended up complaining about it. I teach my sons, you know, honor your word. And if you say you're going to do something, do it. And if I have my daughters, I say the same thing, and I have expectations on them. I also taught them that if an issue arises and it can't be talked about, then go ahead and get on up out of there, man. It's not worth wasting your time, especially on the first date. Chalk it up, charge it to the game, move around. She did the right thing. Bro was kind of, you know, that was kind of slick on that one. He shouldn't have done that. And but the thing is, I was with her up until she did this, where she was, you know, basically put my man's face out there like that. That just wasn't cool. But anyway, we're going to come back and we're going to really have this discussion. And I'm going to give y'all some pointers, man, some things I've thought about on this particular subject. Again, I don't really give dating advice, but, you know, I'm real good at it. You see what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is, man, we're going to run a quick video. Y'all enjoy this, man, and we'll come back in and we're going to get it popping, man. We're going to have a really good conversation, a good in-depth conversation. But anyway, you know what? The other thing you brothers need to recognize, number one, is that we are winning. Shout out to all the black men. We winning, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Hate me all you want to, baby. I don't mind hating me. Hate all you can. Let me go the other way. Hate all you can. Hate everything. But I'm gonna still make you look good. Black men winning. Okay? Come on. Somebody type that in the chat room. Black men winning. Okay, because that's just what's happening. We are winning.
We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. Yeah. We winning. We winning. I know they hating out here. Yeah. I know they mad. They all in their feelings. But baby, I don't care. She calling the police on me and everything. Yeah. Somebody need to get on the phone, call my attorney. Dealing with these hard-headed hoes who ain't learning. Acting all ignorant like a motherfucking menace. She better bundle up, cause bitches about to be winner. Niggas acting timid, why you think she treat a nigga so bad? Turn her only fucking son into a killer. Can't even distinguish who the women, who the bitches. She broke my nigga, even Jesus can't fix it. Navajo nigga, got a man up in prison, but quick to tell you, get your bag up, bitch, quit it. Ever heard of Dennis? Yes sir, get your spurling, we in court early, don't be acting all girly. Keep that same energy, don't need any men. You the man, you the father, you the face of many men. Yep, Minnie Rippleton, taking L's your whole life. While the passport bros taking off the next flight. Something thick, something feminine, rubbing on my shoulders. Be a cold day in hell, Blizzard King try to tell you. A new world is coming, bitch, you better stop sinning. See, God took Kevin, left your sorry ass with Dennis.
Somebody type of old broad in the chat room talking about men, you can't find them. That just means you had your chance, boo. You had your chance, and your chance has passed you by. Husband done went on to the great beyond. He's not there looking for you no more. You done hit one wall. Somebody type one wall in the chat room. You done hit two walls. Somebody say 3 walls. Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Welcome back, man. Big shout out to the late great Kevin Samuels. So, anyway, fellas, we are talking about dealing with greedy, rude, classless women on a first date. Hopefully, any man with pride, once you experience that, you're not going to allow yourself to deal with that. I gave you a couple examples. Y'all saw Cheesecake Bay and Baby Mama Bay. And so what we're going to do at this point, man, is I'm going to give you guys an in-depth, I guess, kind of a game plan, for how you should, treat a first date. If you find a woman who's classy enough, and you got to screen. I'm assuming that you guys are doing a good job of screening these women, and only dealing with classy women, and so just keep that in mind. But here's the thing: you want to plan your first date. Okay, you want to. If you want to make a positive impression, if you want to have a good time, you want things to go smooth, you want to kind of plan that out. Now, sometimes, if you're dealing with somebody like, Cheesecake Bay, she going to mess the plans up. But my man had a fallback plan. But here's some suggestions for you. What I would suggest is that you select a location for the date that is comfortable and suitable for you to get to know her. All right. Now, what my man probably should have done on the cheesecake, he probably should have given her, hey, what restaurants do you like? These are the restaurants I like. What restaurants do you like? And that would have helped things gone a little better. You can pick the, what her interests are, because it doesn't always have to be a food date. But if you want to figure out what type of, what her tastes are, her preferences, and the type of venue. My homeboy, rest in peace, man. His name was Elvin Sterling up out of Baton Rouge. We were in law school together. He said, look, man, you don't take a, I'm not going to say, you don't take a Burger King bitch to a 5-star restaurant. You get that bitch a Whopper and you move on. You see her take her back to the house. And so you have to understand people's comfort zone. That's her preferences. You can't upgrade a broad that's used to cheeseburgers and think she's gonna be comfortable. She just might not be comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? I do like coffee shop dates. I like nice restaurants. I like park dates. I like casual dates. But it depends on who you're dealing with. You're dealing with a black girl and it's 80 degrees, 90 degrees outside in the middle of summer down south. She probably not trying to go for no walks in the park, because that's gonna make that hair frizz up. You understand what I'm talking about? Your favorite restaurant might be a soul food restaurant, but that might not be good for you and your white girlfriend on the first date. Too many stairs. You see what I mean? You got a big girl, she may not want to go mini golfing. You know, if you got a loud ratchet broad, she ain't trying to go to the art exhibit. I mean, you got to get to know these women a little bit better before you make that decision. But that all comes with selecting the right location. Now, once you come to an agreement on a date and it's been confirmed, you know, you should make sure you confirm that with the lady. You understand what I'm saying? And that makes sure that, you know, you and her or you two are on the same page regarding the specifics. And these day and age, man, you don't want to surprise these broads at all. You don't want no Me Too claims. You don't want to, I felt inappropriate, I felt uncomfortable. You want none of that. You see what I'm saying? And another thing, fellas, man, you know, dress appropriately is important. Don't come in there with a t-shirt on. Don't come in there, you know, with the little fishnet shirt with your taco meat showing. I mean, you know, unless you're going to some sort of reggae festival or something like that. I don't know why you would make that your first date. That's just too many distractions. But you know, choose an outfit. You know, some slacks, and they don't have to be expensive, man. Get you some cotton Dockers and a polo style shirt. That's always good for everyone. You can go to the club with that. You can go to a nice restaurant with that. If you're in a real fancy upscale restaurant, put a little sport coat on over that. You know, and you know, that way you're not overdressed, you're not underdressed, you can take it off. And it's always slightly better to be overdressed than underdressed. And that's something that I've instilled in my sons since they were little. You can never be too overdressed, but you can always be underdressed. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times women that care about themselves, they'll really get up for a date. That's their time to go out and shine. Most of these women these days, they don't really get out that much anymore anyway. But you know, put some nice shoes on, and they don't have to be church shoes, but they have shoes that are comfortable, that look good. And if you know how to shine your shoes, you should. All y'all should know how to shine your shoes. But if you don't, fine. But you know, you want to dress the part. Pay attention to your personal grooming, man. You want to trim your nails. You know, you don't want to have dirty nails. You know, get you a file your nails down, man. Make sure you brush your beard and your mustache. Make sure you floss your teeth, brush your tongue. You know, get that scope in the car. You know what I'm talking about? That Listerine. You know, so when you know, get there, you know, gargle a little bit, swish it out, spit it out on the grass near wherever you park your car or something like that. And you want to make sure your clothes are clean. Women pay attention to stuff like that. Shout out to my man, Timothy Richardson. I appreciate it. And this is just for, you can take this. You shouldn't leave the house looking dusty. You understand what I'm talking about? Shout out to my man, Tariq Nasheed. Dusty. That's his word, man. But, you know, you want to pay attention to your grooming. And, you know, wrinkle-free, clean. Now, after you get to know the woman, man, you know, I know sometimes I'm walking around here, I got coffee stains on my shirt, my clothes are wrinkled and everything. But, you know, I'm far from a first date. But you want to make a good impression. You want to also think about potential conversations and topics to keep the discussion moving. Like, that's why you spend time texting and talking to people. And, you know, you want to get to know them because you don't want to just be wasting your time. By the time you're ready to spend your time and your money on a woman, you want to know a little bit about her. You know what I'm saying? If you like to sit on the couch and watch football on Sundays, unless you think you can convince her to do that, she's a cross-country skier, that's something you need to know about. You need to know what her interests are, what her hobbies are, and her experiences are. And then what you do at the table, you follow up with that and get her talking about those things and just sit back and listen, man, and just chop it up and like, okay, cool. You really listening to this woman. You want to know who this is, because if this is a woman you taking seriously, you got her on a real date, you know? You know, you want to listen to who she is, because remember, this woman is going to be sharing these stories with your children and your grandchildren if things go the way you expect. Now, if you just trying to hit something and move around, you know, you know, just you might as well just get a hooker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it ain't nothing there, just why even waste your time? Go play video games. But you should also come up with some stories that you like to share, but don't be imposing. In other words, don't over talk the broad, you know what I mean? Because then they're gonna think you're rude. Women, something that men don't understand. Women have an unspoken way of communicating, and their communications are like swords. You see, if you say the wrong thing to the woman, you might as well slap her in the face. That's how women communicate. And so you got to be careful. So it's best just to feel her out, let her talk. You know, if you want to compliment her, but don't be overdo it with the compliments. And, you know, girl, ooh, you look good. Just chill, man. Then you look like a savage. So just kick back and be cool. You don't want to seem thirsty. And if it work out, it work out. If it don't, it don't. You see what I'm saying? And you move on to the next one. You want to arrive on time. That's another thing. The guy that was dealing with the cheesecake chick, he got there on time, and that shows what? Courtesy. It shows respect, and it shows you value her time, and that's important too. You may even want to arrive a little early and try to avoid any unnecessary stress. And you want to think about your communication style, but above all, you want to be polite. You want to be respectful. See what I'm saying? You want to be attentive. Even when you're talking to them, you want to kind of lean forward a little bit, not over the top, but just lean forward, make eye contact, try to avoid crossing your arms and such, and whatnot. Hold on 1 minute. I got a special guest coming in, man. Y'all chill for me. I'll be right back. I am the Blizzard King. Now, what does that actually mean? What that mean?
I want to see you win. And I put pressure on us men to understand how we did not get our masculinity training. And we've been doing our work, okay? But now it's time for you ladies to understand you're going to have to bet on us like you want us to bet on you. I talked to several men this week. I don't just get on here and talk shit. I have men I call around the world and I ask, what do you think about this concept? Level set me. Shout out to brother Dennis Spurley. Dennis, I'm not gonna I don't want to tell people's business, but I'm gonna tell you, high value men retire their women or make them come work for them. So ladies, what is it going to take for you to free yourself? Because you and I both know you're dying at these jobs. You're in a toxic.
Hi, fellas. Welcome back. I got a special treat for you all. Uncle D likes to come with the receipt. I have a really good friend of mine. Let me go ahead and take a little quick pause break. Britney, welcome back to the broadcast. I think you made a quick appearance maybe a year or so. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great.
All right. Fellas, say hello to Britney. Britney is a longtime friend of mine. She is my youngest son's godmother, and she's been like a sister to me. I've been knowing her since she was 21 years old, man. Purely platonic relationship, just a wonderful human being. And B, I've been trying to tell these young men about dating, and I feel like I feel like I have some experience dating. What are your thoughts on the dates that you've seen me on when I was out and about in these H-Town streets? Go ahead, B. Go ahead. Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Well, I know you had a lot of hoes.
Say it again for the people in the back, B.
I know you had a lot of hoes.
Uncle D had a lot of hoes. That is true. I had a lot of hoes. I had all different colors. Remember, I had that white girl I was riding down the street, the Cadillac, baby. Remember that with 20s on it, playing Brick House down the middle of West Time.
Remember that. Kind of tacky from that.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun back in H. I'm gonna put a picture of Britney up so the brothers can see. So here's the thing. When I met Britney, she was the captain of one of the dance teams at one of the local colleges here in Houston. And she had about 20 some odd friends, and they were all the same age, 21 years old. And I would literally pile them up in my SUV SUV, and we would just hit the scene. You understand? Bob? We would just hit the scene and hang out. B, what is your Instagram page? Diva Britney. Yeah, let me go on ahead and pull that up. Let me see if I can. That. And so the thing is, I'm trying to explain. Okay. Mighty said there's no sound. I got the sound pulled up now. So this is Brittany's page. Brittany, you got like 30,000 followers. Hold on, let me let you fellas see. This is Brittany. Brittany is now hold on. You gotta understand, Brittany was working on her doctorate degree, but she graduated, was it summa cum laude or something like that?
Yeah, summa cum laude.
Summa cum laude. This is Brittany. This is my good friend Brittany here. She is a beautiful second generation Nigerian sister. And man, we used to go out and hang out. And Brittany, she would always keep me away from the women that she thought wasn't no good for me. Back when I was freshly divorced and I was out there in them streets, she would always come up and make sure I wasn't with the wrong type of women. And I guess I appreciate you for that, B. But you know, she's just a wonderful person. And oftentimes, family, what I do is, you know, I have beautiful women around me, so I'm not compelled to just be thirsty out there in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got, you know, good looking. We in the section. Remember that time we was at that Cardi B party, B?
Oh yes, I remember.
Yeah. We had, it was, I think 2018, Cardi B had just came out. So I rented out a section. I had my own security. We was popping champagne bottles and just really having a good time. And I was trying to explain to them earlier that I date myself when I go out. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's your birthday, it's really my birthday as far as I'm concerned. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, I might take a woman to a restaurant and be like, yeah, they just there just to keep me company. But it took me a while to get that level of confidence. When I'm 19, 20 years old, I don't have that level of confidence. As a woman, and you know, the thing about you is, you know, you're the type of woman that the vast majority of Black men find attractive. So I know you get a lot of attention. How is it, please explain to them how, as a woman, you kind of sort guys out immediately. You could just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me, because they don't understand. A lot of these guys just don't get it. How do you kind of sort them out? Tell them.
I think the big thing for me is, you know, people just being genuine and being real. You know, like whenever you meet somebody, you want to be able to laugh, have intellectual conversations. You know, it's just more than just that surface. You know, what can we talk about? Where does it go after this date? You know what I'm saying? So like, can I laugh with you? Or is everything serious? Are you trying to impress me and not be true to who you are? I just want people being genuine. I think that's the big thing, you know, put your best foot forward, but be real to who you are. And I feel like, you know, the reason that you capture a lot of beautiful women and people are drawn to you is because you're a realist, you know? You're not trying to fake to be something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's the big thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, when I first started on YouTube, they thought, oh, he's going to be some stiff lawyer or something like that. Like, nah, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at all.
Not at all. What's the most memorable time you can remember in the past, I guess, 13 years? What's the most memorable time you remember, whether in this country or somewhere else, us hanging out? Tell it, B. Tell it. Don't hold back.
Probably in the DR. We was in the DR at your house in the DR, and you know, you had a lot of women.
Yeah,
they were beautiful. They were all beautiful. And they loved on you. Okay, I was like, wow, this is real.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I mean, I know that's probably 2018. I think that was 2018. And you were there. So what I do sometimes, I just bring B, come on with me, hang out, and man, we'll just party all, just hang out. You know, you can be. There are women that you can have a platonic relationship with. You know, Britney is like a sister of mine. And the crazy thing is, fellas, I met Britney before I met my real dad. And at that time, I'm thinking I'm just a Black American dude. You understand what I'm saying? So Britney was literally my first non-Black American friend. You understand what I'm saying? Like literally, she was my first non-Black American friend. But before that, you know, I just hung out with foundational Black Americans. But when I met Britney, I'm like, damn, you know, like you're even though you from Dallas, you still are, you know, a second generation Nigerian, so you have a different culture. But I'm like, man, you know, you just like me. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy. I know y'all like, what are you talking about? You ain't know, like 13, 14 years ago, it wasn't like that. You see what I'm saying? And then we went to this restaurant called, what was the name of that African restaurant?
Oh, I can't think.
This is it or something.
Finger
like
licking.
No,
Finger
no.
licking.
Huh?
Finger licking.
Finger licking good. So we went to this African restaurant over here, and they was like, boss, what can I help you with, boss? They ignored the shit out of Britney. I'm like, damn, they treat me like a boss king over here. This was my introduction to the African patriarchy. And I'm like, wow, this is how men get treated. And from there, I started exploring like my own Caribbean heritage. Because before that, remember, I'm thinking my mama from Mississippi and my daddy is from North Carolina. So realistically, without Britney introducing me to, you know, what would be or what we could consider non-foundational Black American culture, man, I probably would have just never even bothered. You see what I mean? And so, you know, it's just a wonderful thing just to have a friend like you. And, you know, and I know the brothers are looking at the pictures, man. So you probably going to have some followers. I see you got like 30,000 followers. You might get another 3,000 or 4,000. Y'all make sure y'all tell her Uncle D sent you. So anyway, B, what other pointers would you have for these fellas? And I know you have a younger brother, and you and I talk all the time. I oftentimes find myself, you know, giving Britney the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't believe like I do this in real life. Like, I talk to you and any other women, young folk who need it. What's some of the best advice I've given you over the years that you can remember?
You just helped me, you know, stay true to myself. That was some great advice that you used to give me. And, you know, keep doing my thing, keep leveling up, and, you know, your king is going to meet you where you're at.
Yeah.
So it's still, you know, still be feminine and still show my feminine side. So I think that's great advice.
Yeah. And the thing, fellas, I want y'all to understand, Britney, you know, she's dated very, you know, successful men, but it's not always about the money, guys. Y'all got to understand that it's not about the money. It's not about your status as a ball player. It's not, I mean, you're going to need some money. Okay. Because that's important, but that's not the end all to be all. You've been working out at the gym, but you still have no conversation and no social skills. You got an NBA contract, but you are just young and stupid in the head. Women are not going to want to be around you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to be balanced. I think the most important thing Britney said was, I'm myself. As hood and ghetto as I sound right now, I'm still excellent at what I do. I'm an excellent father, and I'm a great friend, you know, but I'm who I am. And so I want you guys to invest more in who you are. B, I'm not going to hold you up all night, but I thank you so much. Anything else you want to tell these fellas? I know they appreciate, they love talking to the ladies. This is just kind of a fellas page, but I know they enjoy hearing from beautiful women who could give them advice. What advice would you give them as far as this current dating scene with these young lovely ladies is out here? What advice would you give them?
Like I said earlier, just like stay to yourself, you know, also work on yourself. So, you know, if there's things that you need to work on, like to make yourself better. And if you know that something can be triggering, maybe try to stay away from that, you know, because that's going to the bad side out of you.
Yeah.
Work hard, because nobody wants a lazy person in their life. And yeah, just stay true to yourself. Women will gravitate to you, if you working hard and you got your bag and you a realist, people like that. I love that.
Yeah. I got this photograph of you up here. It says a girl should be two things, classy and fabulous. That's wonderful. And fellas, so there are classy ladies out there, but you're not gonna find them. They're not gonna. You're not gonna find them in the places that y'all looking. And if you on a date with some ratchet broad, look, man, it's a time. Look, I've had my fair share of ratchet broads, but it's a place that I keep. You understand what I'm talking about? But you want to have a classy lady. Thank you so much, Brittany. I'm not gonna hold you up. We love you. We appreciate you, fellas. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna let Brittany get off this phone because she got work to do. But in the meantime, we'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all hit the number 1 button. I'll be right back. Boom. Thanks, B.
You're welcome.
Brother Spurling. Brother Spurling met his fiance in my mixed group, and she was doing her thing, Ivy League educated, beautiful sister. He's a successful attorney. Now he's like, shh, that's my wife. I'm gonna put her through law school, and she's gonna become an attorney at my practice. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I want to call you back to the sister that called into my show who said, when I first listened to you, I didn't like you.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Big shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. Always good to keep his memory alive, man, especially on subjects like this. Y'all with me? Shout out to Britney. Y'all make sure y'all go find her on the Instagram page and tell her Uncle D sent you, man. But here's the thing, fellas. So we kind of just talking about some do's and don'ts of dating, so you can kind of eliminate this. We talked about personal grooming. I think that's where we left off, communication style. Some things that you want to bring. So we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it flowing. I hope I'm not boring. This is kind of more like a development style thing. I'm not ranting and raving and hooping and hollering. But some things that you as a man, you want to have, with you. Okay. You want to, you want to make sure that, the restaurant you choose, if you choose a restaurant, her dietary needs, okay? If she's a vegetarian, if she's allergic to fish, these are things you should get to know about this woman. You should always have your wallet with you. You should have your identification with you. She should have her identification with you. You understand what I'm talking about? If you got tickets, you should have the tickets ahead of time. If you're going to a movie or a theater or something like that, or some kind of event, have your phone charged, man. You don't want to be giving your phone out to the waitress, telling her to charge your phone for you in the back. You understand what I'm saying? These basic little things, and it kind of shows that you're a prepared man. You see what I'm saying? Before you take the woman on a date, take some moments, take some time to relax. What is it that you do to relax? Maybe you could go get a foot massage. Maybe you could play a little basketball. Maybe you can play some video games. Whatever it is that puts you in the most positive mindset. These are simple things, man. I want you to be chill. You don't get wasted. Don't get drunk because, you want to put your best foot forward. And, a drunk man might talk too much. These are some of the things. Focus on the positive aspects. If you don't end up in a romantic relationship with this woman, you met somebody new. You see what I mean? And you don't know who she know. And that's how I've always been. I treat everybody like a client. This is a potential client on the first date. So I'm not going to try to be over the top with them. I'm not, with the over the top with the romance. They're going to say, hey, this dude is having a good time. He enjoys his life. He enjoys himself. So kind of be your own, be like that. Another thing, let your friends and family know where you're going. You understand with me? What your plans are? You're home. Well, yeah, man, I'm about to, me and old girl that I met a couple of weeks ago, man, we about to go check this movie out. Share her contact information. You see what I'm saying? So if anything, go back, because I mean, this is the world we live in. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, man. Respect her personal boundaries. Now, old girl was from America. And I'm talking about the Cheesecake Factory chick. Her personal boundaries didn't allow her to be physically touched by this dude, even if it meant just grabbing his arm. She didn't want to do it. Okay, cool. All right, got it. Another thing, and so you got to respect that, even though the cultures are different. But that's some of the difficulties of dating intraculturally. It's some issues that you got to deal with. Some other stuff you got to do. Pay attention to nonverbal cues. You see what I'm saying? If you sitting with a woman and you see her start to doing this and looking sideways, she don't want to be there no more. You see what I mean? Or if you say something off brand or you start talking about a subject like parents and, and she may not want to talk about that. So, just keep it light. It's the first date, man. You got plenty of time. Other things you should do, man, just show your appreciation. Hey, I'm glad you were able to come out on a date. I was looking forward to this. I very rarely get a chance to go out. So I hope you enjoy the food. This is one of my favorite restaurants. Or I've never been here, but I checked out the menu before we got here after you made the suggestion. And so I'm excited about eating it. I'm excited about hanging out here. It's cool. But don't be too over the top with that. You want to get to know this woman. You want to let her see who you are. You want to hear who she is. You want her to see you and hear you. So be yourself. Be relaxed. Enjoy the experience. And if you do that planning, and it'll be pleasant. And if you don't get a love connection, that's cool too. Now the other thing is, we dealt with a lot of rude women in the build-up getting here. You see what I mean? And rudeness can manifest in various ways, regardless of gender. But we talking about women. And here's some of the major stuff, right, that I see, because this is what you're gonna deal with on these dates. And some of you guys will dismiss it as though it's not rude behavior because you're so used to dealing with it in your own lives. But when a woman is dismissive, when she constantly dismisses or belittles your opinions or your interests, oh, that's stupid. Oh, you do that? That's stupid. I got a buddy that likes to, firearms. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's stupid. That's dismissive behavior. And that comes across as rude, repeatedly interrupting and not allowing you to finish speaking, or disregarding your thoughts, or being condescending. That's a rude broad. That's a red flag. If she using her phone too much, I think we all kind of understand that excessive use of the phone, okay? Not necessarily just checking it once or twice, but excessive use. That's a problem, okay? That's Dennis and Ro. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to get this front door over here. Yeah. Another thing is, no, they can come on in. Come on in, boys. Yeah. Here we go. Hey, fellas. Welcome my boys in here. They're just coming from the Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. Did y'all go to Muay Thai? Yeah. Y'all did? Y'all went to Jiu-Jitsu too? You took your stuff up? Shout out to my boys right here. Say hello to everybody. Shout out to them. You see, we got your little chain that I bought you. You don't have it on. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Look at that. My beautiful fiance made this. I can't eat none of this. I just want y'all to know that Uncle D can't eat. They got what did you make them tonight? They got pumpkin. She makes this stuff from scratch. I can't eat none of this, man. None of this. They got ribs. I got let me show you the food that I get to eat. Let me show you what Uncle D is. Look, quinoa and some green vegetables and some baked chicken. This is what I'm eating, man. And they get this. Can I at least pinch one of these, man? Can I just, what I'm talking about? All right, that's all good. Anyway, fellas, y'all go enjoy your rib, and I'll be over here in the diet section. Praise God. Hallelujah. Yeah. Well, they earned it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, shout out to them Sperling boys. They got a big fight coming up in a couple weeks, man. I might post it up if you guys want to come out and support them in their fight. It's full contact, man. I'm sure they'd love to hear y'all rooting their names. But anyway, so let's get back to where we were at. We're talking about dealing with greedy, rude, classless women on the first date. And let me say this. I'm glad my boys came in. I would never give you any advice that I wouldn't give them. You understand what I'm saying? I would never tell you all to do something that I wouldn't tell them. And so that's where I'm at. That's my measuring stick. And because I want y'all to have happy, successful relationships, but I also want you brothers to know how to weed these women out and sort through. And this is actually for anybody. Okay. So we're on the subject of rude women, recognizing rude behavior. When she's dismissive, dismissive behavior, interrupting you, disregarding, being condescending, constantly on the iPhone, constantly using her smartphone during a date, that's rude. And you should let her know that. It sends a message that this person who's sitting in front of me is not fully engaged and she's not interested in the conversation. Okay, or the person she's with. And that could be hurtful and disrespectful. So why would you put yourself through that? You understand? Here's another one, insensitive comments. You got a lot of rude broads out there, making insensitive or offensive comments. That's not cool. Talking about your appearance, okay? How you look, your background, where you from? Oh, you hood, you from this guy? Oh my God. Your belief system, whether it's religious or whatnot, you understand? Another personal aspects, that's not cool. And this also could include, body shaming. You might have a little pudge, okay? And, depending on how you are, how you take it, that's still low-key insensitive. Making derogatory marks or mocking a man's interests, these sort of things. Here's another one, arriving late without an explanation. That's rude. That's what happened to Cheesecake Bro. You see what I mean? He parked outside. He's out there for an hour waiting. It shows a lack of respect for the other person's time, and it's just flat out inconsiderate behavior. Here's another one. Demeaning criticism in public. Demeaning a man, which is what this woman did. Basically, she made him feel like he was cheap. You see what I'm saying? Doing it out there and then putting it on video for everybody. That's horrible. She was publicly criticizing Cheesecake Bro. You see what I'm saying? And I get it. And I'm glad it's incredibly disrespectful, right? And that sort of behavior can lead to embarrassment, hurt feelings, and is not conducive to a positive dating experience. So just end it. You see what I mean? Now, what do you do in the face of this stuff, man? What do you do with this? Stay calm. Stay composed. Don't sink down to the level of a disrespectful broad. That ain't cool. Don't do that. Because you don't want to soil yourself like that. You don't want to roll around in the mud with one of these pigs. Because that's all it is. Don't react with anger or aggression. It's unlikely to improve the situation, so why even bother? And then the other thing, it may escalate, and then you get a bad reputation. You see? Just assess the situation. Try to understand where her rudeness is coming from, okay? Sometimes people just having a bad day. Or maybe they're not even aware they're rude. It's a lot of our lovely ladies from our community that don't realize that some of the behavior they exhibit with Black men doesn't fly in other communities. They just don't know. You see what I'm saying? You can even consider whether it's a one-time occurrence or not. If you walking with a woman and you accidentally step on her foot and she got them bunions in that foot, you see what I'm saying? And she might, oh shit. You see, she not being rude. She just reacting. That's just one time. So you got to temper that, man. That's when the communication comes in. And again, you want to be tactful when you're dealing with these rude women. Be polite when you point out their rude behavior. Don't be obstinate. You see what I'm saying? Express yourself. You see, say stuff like, I felt uncomfortable when you talked about, where I'm from, my religion, or, what I have on. This is actually one of my favorite shirts. You see, And you know, these are things you can do to assert yourself because it's gonna make you feel better. The other thing you need to do is you need to set your boundaries off top. And that's what my man did. Cheesecake Broke did that. He was very polite. He set his boundaries. You know, you are I have certain expectations. I don't have a lot. And you violated all of them because, again, you want to maintain respect. You want her to maintain respect because there's no relationship without respect. Are y'all learning something tonight? Are y'all picking this up, man? This is some grown man conversation we having. And I want y'all to, you know, let me know if you're picking this up. I hope you guys are, okay? I hope you're, I wish somebody had given me this conversation, you know? My Uncle Slim told me, he said, nephew, if you ever out on a date with a bitch, just make sure you can outrun the bitch. I'm like, then he gave me his pistol and he said, man, you got all you got to do is aim and shoot, nephew. You got to sit. I'm like, Uncle, that's the type of advice I got. Just make sure you can outrun the bitch so niggas will catch her, not you. I'm like, Uncle Slim. So I didn't get this type of quality advice, man. So I hope y'all appreciate it, man. And after the rudeness, man, if we dealing with the rudeness, you just dealing with a woman that's rude, man. What's gonna be your next step? You know, I guess it depends on how the situation unfolds, and you need to make the decision whether or not you're gonna continue on the date or not. And you need to trust your instincts. A man in this in this cheesecake-based situation, this guy, he trusted his instincts. He realized very quickly this was not going anywhere. This is not the type of woman I want to deal with, period, point blank. And so he just, you know, he trusts his instincts, said, let me go ahead and swerve you on back to the house. And you can't do nothing but respect that. You understand me? And so he, you know, it was a loss. And I can't be mad at him. Now, you know, the other thing is you guys got to understand is this woman really didn't seem like she was interested in him like that. Because if she was that interested in him, it wouldn't matter if it was a Cheesecake Factory or what. You understand me? But you guys got to understand, especially, there's a lot of non-romantic reasons why women will go out on a date with a man. Okay? Friendship. I brought my homegirl Britney up in here. We ain't got no romantic likings at all. We hang out because we like hanging out together. She can party, I can party, back in the day more so now. And you know, so we just friends, and it was just great, you know. And we just had a great time going out. It'll be, you know, she a player, I'm a player. You see what I'm saying? And this was a great way for me to build social circles because I end up meeting all her friends. You see what I'm saying? The other thing is she's a woman, a king can have lots of queens. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking about chess. A king can have lots of queens, and a queen can go places that you can't go. So I've met lots of other professionals just networking with Britney. You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking about purely a platonic relationship, man. This woman can go places I can't go. You see what I mean? And it's dope. It's a wonderful thing, and you can explore. You meet these other people, your circle gets bigger. It helps professional growth. Hell with the romantic involvement to get the money up. You see what I mean? Other things, other reasons why women might go on a date with you that are not romantic, other than friendship and networking, you might have some shared hobbies. You see what I mean? She likes a particular sport. She likes art. Roll with on that. You know, hell, if nothing else, just exploring new experiences. You might have a group of people, look, man, hey, me and my brother and sisters, we're going up to ski. You see what I mean? In the Alps, not the Alps, you know, in Montana, Denver somewhere. And you just go for the experience, like, all right, cool. And here's another one, companionship, social interaction. Sometimes it's just good to get out, man. It doesn't always have to be romantic. And women work the same way. They might just want to go hang out. You know, you play football, you like football. They might want to go hang out at the, come watch the Super Bowl with you or something like that, man. You know, these are the things. And then the other thing you got to understand, sometimes women go out because of social pressure. Their girl is going out with your friend, so the girl convinces them to go out with you. And you know, they might just be there for that. You need to pick that out. Here's another one, curiosity. She might not be romantically interested in you, but she's gonna give you an opportunity to motivate her to be interested. You see what I mean? So you can kind of form a deeper connection. And some women might just go out with you because she's polite. You understand? They might feel uncomfortable declining the invitation, or they worry about hurting your feelings. Hell, some women just do it for the free experience, opportunity to eat your food up, right? They call that foodie dating. There was a study that came out by the Society for Personality and Social Psychology, was the name of it, the SPSP, and it revealed a trend, and that trend was that 33% of women go on dates with men they're not romantically interested in. And primarily, they just there for the food, okay? And that's just something else you got to deal with. So those are several reasons. Now, it's one thing if you know I'm just going out to eat. It's another thing if they do it because they're being dishonest. And there's a dilemma in that. You see? That's how men get their feelings hurt. But a lot of you guys, you don't establish that early on. You see? The honesty is essential. It's an essential component of any meaningful relationship. And it plays a pivotal role in establishing trust and respect between individuals, whoever it is. You see what I mean? So, you know, the thing about dating is dating inherently carries some expectations unless you've talked about that. Someone agrees to a date, there's often an implicit understanding that both parties are open to the possibility of being romantic. You see? At the very least, there's some genuine interest in getting to know each other, right? Now, if going on your date, your primary motivation is just to get a free meal, that can mislead the other person and create a false sense of connection or attraction, and then they feel betrayed. It's just a wasted time and effort for the man if he's the one, okay? Right? And that's not gonna make him feel good. And there's a lot of young men out there that feel like that. See? It's gotta be sincere. You can hurt their self-esteem and impact their self-esteem. But fellas, you gotta sort that out. If you got a woman who's just on a foodie date, that needs to be established. How many times you go out on a date? How many times you go out a week? Oh, I go out like 2-3 times a week. I take myself out. Yeah, right. I can believe that. You see what I'm saying? She ain't spending money like so. You got to think about listen to these people, man. You see, trust is like its foundation. It's the foundation to any relationship, man. So you want to know, and that's why it's important to communicate. You know, you need to let these women know what your expectations are, and you need to respect their feelings when they let you know what you should expect. And if need, you should explore other avenues. So, you know, and the most important thing, and I'm gonna hit this when I come back because I want to leave a little time to chop it up with you guys because we've had such a great conversation. But before I leave, before we finish tonight, I'm gonna talk to you brothers about raising your standards when it comes to dating. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all hit the #1 button. There you go. I like that clap. Woo! Not bad to be light skin, huh? Yeah, welcome back to the broadcast. So we're talking about dating. We're talking about dealing with greedy, rude, classless women on the first date. Okay. And fellas, you know, I've tried to give you a very detailed conversation, but the first thing is, and we kind of hit this from the beginning, you got to raise your standards when it comes to dating. Not all these women are good enough for you or your time or your resources. Let's start with that. Okay. Can we agree on that? Can we Can we get you brothers to raise your standards? That's all men. Because see, we can immediately move the needle in our favor and make these women conform if we just said, nah, you're not worthy of me dating. And not even give these women a chance. Don't even let them think, look, you don't even stand a chance, and mean it, right? Now, raising your standards when it comes to dating, it's a concept that applies to both genders. But it seems that women are the only ones allowed to do it in the United States. But you fellas have a right to do it too. You need to set high standards when it comes to dating. And what that's going to do is it's going to make you more interested. You're going to get up for that. You got a woman that you're really attracted to that meets your standards and you have high standards. Hey man, you're not wasting your time. It's going to make you be, if you lukewarm about her, the date is more likely to going to be lukewarm. And you don't need to do that to yourself. It's more fulfilling and healthier for you to date women only that you find meet your standards, not these women that you're making all these exceptions for, especially when it comes to personality and physicality and such and so forth. And a lot of men, they complain, here's a couple of different ways in which you can go about raising your standards, I should say. And a lot of it has to do with self-respect and self-worth. You set high standards in dating, and that begins to teach you to recognize your own worth. So we quick to tell women to recognize their worth, but we don't tell men to recognize our worth. And that's what we need to do. Men need to understand that they deserve to be with someone who values, respects, and appreciates them, the man, for who they are. And by setting high standards, you signal to yourself and the potential partners that they prioritize their own self-respect and well-being. In other words, hey, this is who I am. Like I told you guys earlier, I take myself out when I go on dates. The woman is just sitting there. You see what I'm saying? Just because I don't want to be there by myself. I'm in a nice restaurant. I'm ordering champagne because I want it. I'm in a nice restaurant. I'm ordering a $60, $70 steak because that's what I want. You see, if she wants to order, fine. But I'm here because I want to be here. These are the standards I set for myself. You understand? That's self-respect and self-worth. Took me a long time to get there too. I too, like many of you all, grew up being beat down and beat up mentally about how I'm not good enough. But at some point I said, oh, hell no. You see? Another thing is, along with self-respect and self-worth, raising your standards leads to healthier relationships. Higher standards means looking for qualities like honesty, communication. You see what I mean? Those are necessary, right? Emotional intelligence and compatibility. Emotional intelligence is somebody that is conscious enough that they pay attention to you and not just themselves. Compatibility. You 6'6", athletic, and you willing to lower your standards to deal with some obnoxious broad who's, not physically attracted to you. Okay? Or you got a woman who's lying all the time to you, but you're dealing with it because she's fine. That's not healthy at all. You see? Compatibility in values, right? You believe in some of the same things. Maybe you have middle class values. But hopefully you don't have them ratchet ghetto. You out here dating what's her name? Hot Girl Red, Sexy Red, whatever her name is. That's not, you don't have compatible values. That's something. You need to get another partner. Your life goals. She want to have hot girl summer every summer, and you trying to turn this into a wife. You don't have the life goals. You want a 401k house paid for before you 35. Your communication style. Is she loud and ignorant? Man, I went on a date with this fine ass young actress that most of y'all know here in Houston, and we just had two different communication styles. I could get on that level, but I couldn't be around that all the time. Fine as she could be. Y'all seen her on TV. You see, she's been famous for a minute. I knew her before she got famous. We went out after she got famous. But bottom line is, just two different communication styles. As fine as she was, it just wasn't nothing there. Because, and when you don't have the same communication style, when you do have compatible communication styles, it enhances the quality of the relationship because y'all could actually talk. You see? And this is what happens when you begin to set higher standards for yourself. And the other thing, you got to reduce the risk of these toxic relationships. And you do that, well, here, let me say it like this. Low standards sometimes mean that you enter into toxic, unhealthy relationships. But if you set your standards high, you reduce the risk of getting involved with somebody who's going to be knocking your windows out and showing up at your house in the middle of the night or being abusive or manipulative emotionally. You see? That's it. Those are important things. There's some other stuff that we could talk about. But for the most part, that's kind of where I'm at with it, man. And I hope I hit some high points. I hope you guys are feeling this. Now, the thing is, this is one of my favorite parts of the broadcast. If you feel as though you've learned something, if you've learned something new, if you were entertained, if I pointed out something to you that you find interesting, well, then go ahead and pay me for my time. The Cash App is right there on the screen. In the meantime, we're going to go hang out with Jesus. But again, I'm not begging you for anything. I'm asking you to pay me for my time, just like you would do anybody else who sat up and talked to you for an hour and 35 minutes away from my family. You see what I'm saying? Chop with y'all family too, but over here chopping it up with y'all instead of having some of them ribs. I'm gonna get some of them goddamn ribs. You hear me? I want y'all to know right goddamn now. I'm gonna get one of them ribs and I'm gonna get me one of them cupcakes when my fiance ain't looking. But in the meantime, man, y'all make sure y'all pay me for my time. This is Uncle D. We'll be right back. Y'all check this out. Welcome back to the broadcast. We got some fellas in the bullpen, man. I want to bring in Black Samurai and House of Kung Fu. Fellas, welcome. Good to have y'all here, man. Did y'all enjoy the broadcast?
It was a shot to my ego, man. But yeah.
Yeah. Tell me why.
Man. Well, the first time I got up here, man, I was kind of nervous, you know, but because I am a recovering SIMP, you know.
Hey, we all are, brother. We all are. Nothing wrong with that.
You know, rather than try to hide in the shadows, man, I wanted to put myself out there, you know, and so it's just gone. And what I really appreciate that you said though is the fact that number one, it's really good to have female friends and attractive ones that are successful. That's one thing I did right.
There you go. Okay.
And the next one is the last thing you were talking about of how powerful it is to change our standards so that we can really change, whether if we want to or not, but change the mind frame of the dating game that's going on, because they have to adjust. The women have to adjust to what our new standards. So
that's exactly right, man. I'm glad you picked that up. My man, Black Samurai, you got a chance to meet my good friend Britney, man. What do you think, Britney? What do you think, bro? Very, very classy. I always surround myself by classy women. You see what I mean? My fiance is classy, but she's traditional. Britney is, you know, she's classy, even though she works and stuff. She's, you see what I'm saying? It's class, man. Because, and again, like I said, that's my youngest son's godmother. You understand what I mean? So I do my best to keep those sort of people around me and whatnot, and reward them with time, attention, love, and praise. You see what I mean? That's just how you nurture relationships in general. But did you enjoy the broadcast? I mean, you know, y'all grown men, and I don't give dating advice. But did you pick up something? Was there something that you heard today that made you say, yeah, you know what, I might start implementing that in my own dating routine? Did you pick up something, Black? Talk to me, bro.
What I picked up is when you never stick to you are winning. When you're like
Your sound is a little bit off. I don't think we can hear you clearly. But we got my man Douglas up in there. Let me get Black Samurai, get your sound together. We're gonna bring my man Black Douglas, Douglas up in there. Douglas, man, I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been, bro?
We're doing all right, man. How about you?
I'm cool, man. So what do you think about the broadcast tonight? Was it informative? Was it helpful? What do you think about these women these days, man? Lord Jesus.
Thank you, man.
I think the brothers, I don't know, maybe it's my system, I'm not sure. Can you hear me, House of Kung Fu?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Yeah, Douglas, man, looks like you got some issues too, man. That's see if you can sort those out and come back in. But anyway, man, I'm glad that House of Kung Fu, I'm glad you picked up on some stuff, but you shouldn't, you know, we just all learning, you know, we're learning here, you know, and I have, you know, I bumped my head a couple times too in the dating scene. And then I realized, hey, you know, I'm the one spending the money.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and enjoy myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm paying for it.
Well, you know, a lot of us really weren't taught this growing up, you know, because a lot of us probably didn't have a dad in the home, and, you know, like the actual game, you know, and I try to think that, oh, I have to have game. And I did, you know, but it's different when your standards are high. You're not trying to, you know, kiss up to her. You know, you make her follow you. You know, it makes. You
know, bro. Let me say, I have no game. I don't have game. I have confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? I don't try to run game. I'm not that dude. I'm not the type of dude that's gonna pull a woman out the club, and I don't do that. I don't want nobody that I got out the club. You understand what I'm saying?
But would you say that though because you have you're well off and have money, would you say
I
that?
wasn't, even when I was broke, I ain't had no game. Man, hold on. Man. Everybody wants to come visit me like, look, Playboy, what you need to do, baby, you need to slap a bitch up. No, you get to shadow party. Man, this Brody, they about to cut his nuts off and cover. He about to get that little spade. Boy, you ain't going on no dates, man. But anyway, yeah, I have rescue animals here at the house. You know what I mean? And I rescue them and they rescue me. Very good little fellas. Give me something to do during the day. I think I'm just a natural nurturer. But they like my lady more than they like me. Damn rascals. But anyway, bro, yeah, I hate to cut you off. Go ahead, please finish what you were saying just now.
Yeah, you were. I thought
the game thing. Yeah,
yeah, you were talking about. I asked you because you
even before I had, when I was a broke, hungry student, I'm just being myself, man. Just be yourself. See, here's the thing: if you just be yourself, there's a whole lot of people out there that'll just be attracted to you being yourself. Why pretend to be somebody else and then end up attracting people that attracted to the person that you are pretending to be, and then when you come out as who you really are, it's like they don't even want to be around you.
But
So,
all these books, you got these books with how to get women, and the first thing they say on the pages, I read them, and they would say, "Don't be yourself." That's the first thing they tell you in these books is to not be yourself. Literally.
Yeah. So they want you to be somebody else. Here's the thing. If you were yourself, maybe you being yourself is not good enough for where you are right now, but that's why you got passports. Because see, you being yourself in the right place, read my books, okay? I want you to read my books. You see that? Rules to live by. You are where you are no matter where you are. There's no geographical solution for an emotional problem. In other words, you are who you are. You can go somewhere else and be your normal, natural self and be comfortable with yourself, and there are people there to be attracted to you.
And that's why I'm here now, man, because I see these guys, man, in these different countries. I'm like, man, he reminds me of me, but he's just being himself. He ain't got to do all this little,
Yeah, and I'm assuming you're in Asia because I'm basing that on what you have.
I plan on going. I'm trying to manifest right now.
Okay, manifest. All right. Well, the thing is, man, I want you guys to become. Look, you're good enough, just how you are. And I know this is gonna sound cliche, but the Most High made you, and you perfect the way you are, man. If somebody can't accept you for who you are, and I'm not mean. I don't mean your ass is sitting around there with bad breath and you got shit all on your face and your drawers is dirty. That's not who I'm talking about. If you put your best foot forward, you present you're neat, you're tidy, you're a good human being. Anybody that can't appreciate that, man, they're not for you. Don't force the issue. You see what I mean? And don't lower your standards either, because you're the man. You're the one with the bucks. You're the one with the money. You're the producer. You see what I mean? You get to determine who get to lay vocals on that track. You understand what I'm talking about? You're the one you're the creator, you're the producer. And you just have to have love and self-respect. Just raise your standards, brother. And I know that sounds hard because we have needs. And look at this big old belly right here, man. I still ain't never had. My ex-wife would tell you, she would tell my son, I don't care how big your daddy say he is, he ain't never had a problem getting women run, because it's who I am. You see, you don't always need to have a six-pack. You don't always need to look like the basketball player. Man, just be who you are and treat the people well that treat you well. Nurture those relationships. Yeah. You might have a girl that you're not attracted to, and she know you're not attracted to her, but you treat her well, you cool with her. You see what I mean? And then she gonna bring you around other people because he's cool. The energy, it builds on itself. And next thing you know, you're around a whole bunch of people that like being with you, and your crew is the hottest crew wherever you at. You see what I'm saying? I ran these streets for about 3 years straight in H-Town, man. It was my summer every summer. You understand what I'm talking about? I had people would come over here from out of state. I'd have brunches in my house, man. I'm in the kitchen frying chicken at 8:30 in the morning, drunk as a skunk, and drunk as champagne bar. I'm in there frying chicken, I put that Tony Satter, I put crab boil. You guys who don't know anything about Louisiana, I put the crab boil on the meat, then I put the flour in the bag and put the chicken that's already got the crab boil on it and shake it up real good, then drop it in the fry. So it's already seasoned, but they like, wow, is this so well seasoned? So that's what, instead of just putting salt and pepper, no, I put that crab boil on. That crab boil, woo, that crab boil with that hot early in the morning with some champagne, man, some grits and cheese.
See where that belly coming from right there.
Exactly, man. But yeah, man, I had a good time, man. And you know, people still have, you know, good feelings about that. You know what I mean? And that's the type of person you want to be, man. Be yourself, brother. Be yourself. You don't have to be anybody else but yourself. Let me get my man the contract up in here, brother. You came in, man. How you doing, brother? Welcome to you. I know you don't need no help on dating. But,
salute to the panel in the chat. That was very insightful. And no, I don't need no help. I'm married now. I'm out the game. I'm out the game. I'm done.
Yeah.
I did enough. But you're absolutely right. Just be yourself, because at the end of the day, if they don't like you, they're not gonna like you.
They not.
So
And
straight up.
You know what? Let me give y'all a prime example. If you saw the broadcast last night, that's an example of getting a woman that you want that don't like you. It ain't gonna be nothing but hell from then on out.
Yeah.
You understand? If you want to end up like Will Smith and having it, he conquered her, he's got her captured, but she don't like him. That's what your life is gonna be like if you trying to get a woman that don't like you. You see what I mean? So it's best to be with a woman. You happy to be with her, she happy to. Bro, look, let me tell you something. It only takes one. It's 4 billion women on this planet. It only takes one. All you need is one to have you a family and a good life. You don't need to have game and be able to pull all these different women. All you need is one.
Yeah.
And you can build a whole life with that one. You see what I'm saying? That's how simple it is. Out of 4 billion women on this planet, you telling me out of 4 billion, you can't find one woman that like you, right? You see, just think about that. That ugly ass cat that my fiance, they women like ugly. They train to like ugly babies, ugly cats, and ugly men. You understand what I'm saying? So just take the pressure off yourself. You don't need a mountain of gold, man. All you need is maybe a handful, and you can live your life well. All you need is one woman, not 1,000. You don't need 100. You don't need 10. You don't need 5. One good woman, man, it can help you build your life together, give you some beautiful children and some wonderful memories. Because look, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody gonna remember who their great granddaddy was. They remember their granddaddy, but once you're gone, you're gone. If it don't matter in 5 years, it don't matter now. But if you go ahead and live your life and you put that energy out there in the universe and you instill that in your children, and they will carry that. They might not remember your name, but they'll know the spirit from which they came from, man. And you don't want to start off with some woman you shouldn't be with trying to reproduce. So be yourself, find somebody, be yourself, love yourself, and raise your standards. Look, man, I appreciate y'all. House of Kung Fu, Black Samurai, the contractor, everybody that came through, my family who came through. I'm gonna give me one of them goddamn ribs. Y'all we'll wait till she go to sleep. Big shout out to my homegirl, Britney. Man. Britney, man, she tell what she did. Uncle D, he had a lot of hoes. Did. A lot, and I had a lot of hoes. And it wasn't that I was smashing all of them. I was smashing a couple, but it's that I'm who I am. Be yourself.
That wing,
but
girl.
But the most important thing, your standards. You know what I'm saying? Raise your standards, man. God bless you. I love you, brothers. It's Uncle D, man. When I say I love you, I truly love you, black men, and I want to see you do well. I want to see you win. I want to see you balling. Thank you, fellas, so much for coming in night after night. The Contractor, Black Samurai, House of Kung Fu, everybody who came through. God bless y'all. Love y'all. I'm out.